an oft-repeated workshop is on self-love. Practicing self-love, I do it on 4 levels. Level 1 deals with loving the physical body. Level 2 deals with loving the mental emotional body. Level 3 is about loving the social body. And level 4 is about loving the spiritual body. Because when people talk about self-love, they actually talk about self-indulgence. That, oh, I love myself, so I pamper myself. I love myself, so I just speak whatever I feel like speaking. I love myself, so I eat whatever I feel like eating. So that is part of self-indulgence is also a part of self-love. If truth be spoken, there is nothing but self-love. All of us willy-nilly act in self-love. We call it self-interest, but or self-preservation or self-survival, whatever we may call it. In nature, there is nothing but self-love. Whichever way we actually act for ourselves. But because we've been taught to be self-sacrificing, so when we act in self-love, someday we start feeling guilty. And that is what harms us more, We feel so guilty putting ourselves first, though we can't help putting ourselves first. So my self-love work is about just accepting ourselves as we are. In our every hue, every color. People say, oh, if I start accepting this aspect of me, then how am I going to improve? This is something I can't accept. So for me, it's very simple then. Okay, you can't accept it, so accept your non-acceptance. That's okay. There's no pushing. Right now, I cannot accept my anger. Fine. Accept your non-acceptance. But later you will realize that your anger is also helping you in many ways. It's just that you start feeling guilty, oh, I shouldn't be angry. Or you start feeling guilty that if you poured your anger on somebody who you should not have poured it at, for example, your young child. And that's absolutely right. But what stops you from just apologizing? We do things, we do get angry, all of us get angry, but if you just apologize after that, that's fine. You just gave in to your whatever emotion was coming up. But we start beating ourselves up and we cannot even instead of apologizing, what we do is now we want to make it up to that person and we start, kind of pleasing them. And that also then boomerangs. So somewhere it's all self-sabotage that we keep doing. So for me, self-love work is a very, work at the level of awareness, a very subtle work actually. In my other workshops, there is so much happening because a lot of introspection has to be done and people are writing so many things. But in a self-love workshop, you're just aware. It's only about awareness and acceptance. So it's a very subtle workshop, but when we do it at 4 levels in 4 months, it really changes people. So I'm like my most favorite workshop, self-love.